I mean, of all the years you'd have to completely change your offense from Tom Brady to Cam, they got it in a year in a pandemic and no preseason. Look at them now. It's incredible. All right, let's talk Baker Mayfield. Why don't we? Colin, how did you not lead with this? So I'm going to give Cleveland a pass. So Cleveland got a huge lead. But in the second half, Cleveland was outscored 28-3. I'm going to give them a complete pass on this. Why? Because Cleveland led 38-7 at half. Cleveland doesn't lead anybody 38-7. Cleveland went into halftime. They went into the locker room. Yep. And the coach is like, guys, it's 38-7. And they're all like, we lead? They didn't know what to do in the second half because they'd never been there. I'm going to give Cleveland a total. New England, Kansas City, good Steelers go in big at half. They kind of know what to do. I'm going to give Cleveland a pass. They didn't know what to do. They've never been there before. And I got to say this, biggest win in Baker Mayfield's career, that goes without saying.
Yes, sir.
But I want to say this, and let's add context. When you have the number one quarterback on a rookie contract, you should be winning. Russell Wilson got to 2 Super Bowls. Goff got to 1. Mahomes got to 1. Flacco and Cam got to 1. Because when you have a rookie, a top young quarterback, you're not paying him anything for 3 to 4 years. So you can go get free agents. What did the Browns did? They went and got a right tackle, Jack Conklin, elite right tackle. They couldn't afford that if they're paying Baker 30. They want to get Jarvis Landry's expensive. Austin Hooper. So when you could, this is what the Rams did with Goff. It's what the Chiefs can do with Mahomes before the contract. It's what you can do. If you've got a quarterback, you can load up. Right now, the Browns' offensive line, now this was before the game, was rated as a top 2 pass blocking line and a top 2 run blocking line. Mm-hmm. You can do that when you're not paying the quarterback anything. But the question has always been, we know Goff is mature. He's real quiet. We know Mahomes is. We know Russell is. Like, we know those guys are mature. The question is, when you have that young quarterback and he gets all that talent, he'll never have that much talent offensively the rest of his career because they're paying Baker nothing and Goff was getting paid nothing and Mahomes getting paid nothing and Russell nothing. Can you steer the ship? We know you're not experienced. We know you're young. We know you'll make mistakes. But are you mature enough and steady enough to just kind of move the luxury liner down the river? And I never thought Baker was. I mean, I picked the Browns to make the playoffs, but I never thought I'd see yesterday. That's what Goff looked like. First couple years, they'd have these games where, like, man, Rams got a lot of weapons. Mahomes got a lot of weapons. Mahomes is not going to have this many weapons in 2 years. He's not. They're not going to be able to keep everybody. You can't pay your quarterback $45 million. So this was a really nice moment for Baker. We've always known the ups and downs of Baker. But these are the moments when you get that franchise quarterback and you can go big into free agency at tight end and wide receiver and right tackle, and you can really spend some money on it. Is he just stable and mature enough to guide all this talent?
Yes, he is.
Down the river. Just guide it to wins. And yesterday was the first time I watched Baker and I thought, oh, he could win a playoff game. Baker could win a playoff game. It's been rocky to get there. A lot of stuff I didn't like. First time I watched him, I thought Baker Mayfield could win a playoff game. And I'm going to give him a pass for the second half because they've never led anybody 38-7 at half, and they didn't know what the hell to do. They had no idea what to do. Do we just run it? Do we pretend like we're in a close game? But that was impressive, and Baker Mayfield talked after.
What's different about you now as opposed to a month ago, last year, whatever? Is it something looks different? What's different?
Whenever I'm about to do something, I think, would an idiot do that? And if they would, then I don't do that.
Good answer from the office. Now, what is the next step? And this is going to be even harder for Baker and Cleveland. Because, they're feeling themselves today. Next month, you play Baltimore, Pittsburgh, and the Giants. Those defenses are good. And you can't shoot any more TV commercials. Can't go out late at night. Got to wear a mask. Got to be smart. Can't be cocky. Baker proved I can go on the road and win a big game. I can guide this ship like Goff did, Mahomes did, Russell Wilson did. But the difference, because of those 3 players' temperaments, that win wouldn't unravel them. Trent Dilfer has a great saying. He goes, you got to learn how to win in this league. Yeah. Everybody loses the same. They're pissed, and they work really hard. He goes, not everybody wins the same in this league. Some guys win, they buy a new this, they buy a new that, they shoot a new commercial. So step one's been accomplished. You can win a playoff game with Baker. Step two is let's work twice as hard for Baltimore, Pittsburgh, and the Giants, because those are way better defenses than the Titans. That's the next step. That's what Mahomes did. That's what Goff did. That's what Russell Wilson did. Oh, win. Impressive. And Baker deserves credit for that.
Yes, sir.
But they went to bed early, studied twice as hard. We're great the next week. Can Baker do that? We'll see. Hopeful. Not rooting against them. Don't root against good quarterback. I never root against young quarterbacks. This league is awful with bad quarterback play. I said before, I watched Baker a ton the first 2 years. When he started going downhill, I stopped watching and stopped talking about him. He wasn't as interesting. He just wasn't as good. If this is what I get from Baker, interesting, good, can win playoff games. Now let's just do it again and again and again and again, because now this is the second stage of it. You won, you shut people up, now work twice as hard this week. All right, coming up next, what to make